What is going on, YouTube people? Northeast Ohio Cards and Comics here. Today to talk about taxes. Yeah, taxes. So, first off, not an accountant, not a lawyer, not giving professional tax advice. Seek out professional help. Speak to an accountant. Pay someone their fees to give you the proper advice. I am doing this video more as a reminder. We are now in 2022. For those that don't know, earlier in 2021, the law changed. Well, the law didn't change. The reporting standards changed. Prior to 2022, in most states, not all, but most, you needed to hit $20,000 and 200 transactions to get a 1099 from eBay, PayPal, any of the other various, electronic payment apps, marketplaces, Mercari, whatever. That's changed. There was new law passed earlier this year, and it is now $600. And it is not a $600 single transaction. It is $600 on any individual platform. So you sell more than $600 on eBay, you are getting a 1099. You sell more than $600 on PayPal, you are getting a 1099. Technically, you're supposed to be reporting this stuff all along. Whether you got a 1099 or not, you are supposed to report all income. Whether you did that or not, I don't know. Going forward, there is literally no escaping it now because you will get a 1099 for $600 is not that much in the collectibles industry, whether you're selling cards, comic books, toys, whatever. It doesn't take a lot to get over that $600 threshold. And next year, in early January, February of 2023, you will get a 1099 for your stuff in 2022, which means you will need to pay taxes on whatever it is that you sold. I'm not going to get into percentages and tax rates. It's going to vary for every individual person. But needless to say, you need to start keeping track of this stuff if you're not already. Once again, speak to a professional. Go talk to your CPA if you have one. If you don't have one, go get one. Find out what is best for you. What you should not do is go on Facebook groups and go, hey, what should I do for this? Or how should I handle this? Actually go seek a professional because every individual person is different. Depending on what you're doing, it might make sense for you to start an LLC if you don't already have one. It may not make sense for you to start an LLC. It may make sense for you to report some things one way versus someone else. It might make sense for them to report things a different way. Some of this stuff varies state to state. That's why you should go seek actual professional help in this regard. Don't just go. I see so many posts the last week and through the weekend. That's part of the reason why I decided to make this video. Oh no, it's 2022. Taxes, what do we do? Oh no, how are we going to handle this? Oh no, how do I get around this? Oh no, this, that, or the other thing. That's not a conversation that should be had on a Facebook comment thread. Let's be honest, most people on Facebook don't know what they're talking about. Is that really where you want to be taking your tax advice from? So I have to track everything regardless because of the YouTube channel and all that stuff. For anyone that is not familiar, any revenue that you make from YouTube, whether it's from AdSense or, advertiser revenue or affiliate revenue or whatever, none of that stuff is taxed. So I need to track all that stuff anyways. I just lumped all my card stuff into that because it's all one big business essentially. I personally use QuickBooks, Intuit QuickBooks. There's tons of different ones out there, but needless to say, start keeping track of your stuff. What you paid for something, what you sold it for. That way you have that paper trail. As someone that spent most of Friday morning, like 4 hours, cleaning up my spreadsheet, and I did a decent job of tracking everything throughout the year, I still had to spend a ton of time cleaning it up. I've learned some lessons going for this next year forward. But the key thing is start tracking all this stuff. Yeah, you could find a lot of it online. You could go through your eBay purchase and sold history. You could go through your PayPal activity history and pull those transactions up. But I would recommend after you speak to a CPA, get some sort of software. They may recommend one for you that works best for them, that's going to do what you needed to do. And once again, it might be different for each individual person. And I get it. I can already hear the comments now. This is BS. Why are they taxing this stuff? This, that, and the other thing. It doesn't matter why they're doing it. They're doing it. That's the only thing we can concern ourselves with. They're doing it, and we need to take this into consideration moving forward. It's technically only taxed on the profits. That's why you want to keep track of what you bought and sold for. How cash transactions come into play, as in you buy the card for cash and then sell it online. That's a whole different shenanigans. Talk to your CPA, talk to your accountant, talk to your tax lawyer, whoever it is that you go to. Talk to that person to find out the best way to handle those things, or how to handle those things. Once again, there's so much misinformation out there about this that I keep seeing. Some people were reporting that it changed, that it went to, just because at the end of the year something did change. I saw reports going, oh no, it's not $600 anymore, it's $10,000 now. That is not the case. That is something different. There was 2 $600 thresholds. The other $600 threshold was for bank activity. So direct bank deposits, anything like that. The IRS and the government wanted to track anything over $600 would throw up a red flag. That is what changed. That went to $10,000, not the 1099 reporting standards. Two different things, and I see people mix them up all the time. So this has not changed. This is happening. This is now live to begin 2022. So the two biggest things, seek out a professional and then start keeping track of your stuff. Once again, this is going to vary for a lot of people. And once again, there's been a lot of people who have been doing this already. Some people already met the old thresholds. Some people live in states, because there are certain states that already had lower thresholds. There were certain states that had a $600 threshold, not the $20,000 threshold with 200 transactions. Those people have been getting 1099s for eBay and PayPal stuff forever. People that have been doing this professionally that beat those numbers or come out ahead of those numbers have been dealing with this forever. I think people are way overreacting to this. They're like, a lot of people are in the YouTube comments on some videos that I talk about, in live streams, on social media posts. You just see people freaking out about this. It's really not that big of a deal. Is it annoying? Yes. Is it going to cut a little bit into your profits? Yes. But with the correct bookkeeping and keeping track of things, there are ways that you can mitigate some of the tax burden. Once again, speak to an accountant to direct you in what makes the most sense for you. But like I said, I just wanted to do this video to remind people that this is now in effect. This is a thing. Work it into your routine. A lot of people are like, this is it. Doom and gloom. No one's ever going to use eBay again. I'm never using PayPal again. You can't escape this. Unless you're going to do every single transaction as cash, you're not getting around this. And for some people, maybe that is viable. You could go in and out of shows all the time and sell for cash. That might be the case. Will cash become more powerful as a buying platform? Maybe. Maybe that's the slight market shift that we see. I could tell you right now, for shows, dealers are probably going to be less likely to want to take digital transactions over cash in person. If I was going to a big show starting this year, I would be looking to bring a lot more cash with me than normal, instead of relying on, hey, I have a couple thousand in cash and I also have a few thousand in PayPal that I can access to. Now maybe I want to transfer that all into cash before I walk in the shows, because you may be able to leverage cash at shows in person for slightly better deals. I don't think it's going to swing comps or anything. I've seen some people like, I'm pricing all my stuff 30% higher because I got to pay taxes on it now. You shouldn't be paying taxes on the full sale amount anyways. You should have some expenses to offset that amount, and you're only paying it on the profit that you made. So just keep that in mind. People just seem to be really overreacting to this whole situation. So that's all I have for you guys and girls today. Just a reminder that this is here. This is just a random Bloomberg article I found on it. There's a ton of different stuff out there. You can go check it out for yourself. But remember, the key takeaways here is, don't take tax advice from random people on Facebook. actually go seek out professionals and begin to track all your stuff. Find a system that works for you. There's plenty of them out there. Some of them work really easy. Some of them are a pain in the butt. Some of them you have to pay a couple bucks for. It's not that big of a deal. We'll get through this. The hobby will adapt, whether it's cards, comics, whatever, and we'll all move on. Smash the like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. We will catch you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.